Hey, how are you?
How are you? This is Beata, Meaningful Conversations. Welcome on Tuesday at noon, and my guest is Aleasha Bahr. Do I pronounce your name well?
Yes, Aleasha Bahr.
Okay, so welcome, Aleasha, to Meaningful Conversation. I'm so honored to have you with us today. I got kind of confused because I didn't see you. So let me introduce myself to our audience. My name is Beata Seweryn-Reid, your host, and thank you for being with us. I'm sorry for my technology skills are kind of, you see, still in the progress. So welcome everyone who is with us. And we're gonna talk about very important subject today that is kind of scary when it's always, as far as I remember, it was scary and uncomfortable for me to talk about sales. I remember, and it may be my culture or maybe it's how we were just raised. Yeah, I remember I did not ever feel comfortable about sales. It was always something that I thought is manipulative. People, they're gonna push me to buy something that I don't need. And it's totally not true. And that's why I've brought expert, coach, high ticket sales expert. And it's one chance in a life to ask her a question. So please do ask question. Again, welcome to Meaningful Conversations, Aleasha. And in two sentences, if you can share with our audience, how do you transform the lives of your clients with what you help them with? So what do you do?
Yeah. So basically, I help them put humanity in their sales and make a killing doing it.
I hope that you're gonna say that because it's what you call your mission, yes?
Yeah.
So I love that. So my question is, sales, as I said, has kind of still a bad reputation.
Yes.
Even there is a lot of progress, we are still afraid that we're gonna buy into something that we don't need or it won't work. Anyway,
right.
So I'm gonna use your own words. So you said that you want to bring humanity back to sales. What do you think needs to be done to change the perspective of sales with your mission in mind?
I don't know if it's going to be possible to change the perspective of sales just because there will always be people that are, very charismatic, that narcissistic, that will sell something even though it isn't what the other person needs. So unfortunately, that will always be something that happens, but I want to even the playing field for the people who aren't like that so that they are just as good or better than the typical narcissistic salesperson, because those are the people that need to be good at sales. So because those are the people that are going to take care of their clients, they're going to do the right thing by the people that they're selling to. So that's how I'm hoping to change things, is to even the playing field so that the people who are good people are just as good at sales.
I love it. But I didn't bring Aleasha today to talk strictly about sales. I brought her because I believe that the sales skills actually are the life skills. And I want her to share with us, we call it 5 sales skills that can improve our daily existence, our lives. Aleasha, can you share 5 skills that can help me to live better lives? Or I can use them.
Yeah. The truth is that we are selling all the time, whether we realize it or not. So a lot of people can be really good at sales in regular life. And then when it's a conversation that involves a transaction or an exchange of money, all of a sudden they feel weird about it. But I mean, think about when you are convincing your child that they should eat their vegetables. That is a sales conversation. You're pulling out every reason that you can think of. You're bartering. Sometimes you're telling them why they need to do it. Sometimes you're negotiating. Okay, take this bite and then that's it. That is a sales conversation. You also are selling yourself all the time. So in order for you to do anything in your life, you need to be sold on it. So why are you taking that job? Why are you going to the gym? Because you are capable, because you have convinced yourself that this is something that's worth doing because of XYZ reasons. So it's the same when you sell another person. You have to convince them that they are capable and that it's worth it for these reasons. And then also, if you have any kind of partner, significant other, you're selling all the time to them too. We have to negotiate our schedules, which is probably one of the things I miss most about being single, is doing whatever I wanted, when I wanted, how I wanted, with who I wanted. That's no longer the case. If I want to do something that my husband doesn't want to do, I have to convince him why he would enjoy it. So there's going to be this friend there that you'll have a good time with, and they're going to have barbecue and we'll only stay an hour and a half. And, like you have a pitch basically for closing your significant other. And the same goes for your friends. So think about going to lunch or getting dinner somewhere. Why would you pick that place? Well, they have amazing appetizers and their happy hour is so great. And it's only like $1 beers or whatever. That's a sales pitch. So I think I'm at 4, right?
Right.
Is this helpful?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And please let us know if you like it. And again, ask questions.
Yes, please ask questions. So you use so many different sales tactics and negotiation strategies in your regular life without even realizing it. And then the other place that sales makes a huge difference is anybody that is in any sort of office environment, or if you have with your boss and your employees. So think about like a performance review. If you're the boss and you're giving it to your employee, you have to position it in a way that it sells them on taking action on what you're talking about. And a lot of times it's not saying I'm the boss is not enough. You need to have the reasons why it will make their life better here. And there's options in the future if you do it this way. This will lead to better outcomes, results. And if it's your boss, you have to convince your boss why you want a certain thing to happen. So I want to take this meeting and not that meeting, or I would like a raise, or all of those things. It's really important to have the sales skills. Like if you don't have sales skills for anything, if you really didn't have sales skills, you would never eat where you wanted to eat. Your kid would get to do whatever they wanted to do. You never get to attend any of the events that you care about. Your employees never listen to you, and your boss doesn't listen to you either. And you're probably just, I don't know, like sitting in front of Netflix and like obese because you can't sell yourself on like doing anything. You're just miserable.
I love what you shared with us, and thank you so much. So from what I'm hearing, I was making some notes here. So listening skills and presenting ourselves, even negotiation with our kids or parents is like very everyday life. But now tell me how someone, as I used to be, I was like, sales, oh no, this job has anything to do with sales. Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna convince people to do something bad. It's how I was feeling about sales. So how to convince our average person that has not too much knowledge how important sales is in our life, and maybe was not aware till to like now that OMG, actually this skills is what I do every single day. And now, yeah, maybe I don't use it very well. So what be your suggestion how to start to improve these skills?
So in your everyday life, the most important thing when you are selling your child, significant other, friend, boss, whatever, even yourself, but I'm going to talk only about the other people right now, is to know what is their motivators. So, and how they make decisions. For example, my husband is the type of person who likes to think about things. If it's a sudden change, he's going to say no. So I have to mention it earlier in the day or in the week, and it has to be casual so that he warms up to it. It can't be a hard sell. So, or like a friend that you know really likes wine, then you're going to talk about how this restaurant has really great wine. You need to know what is important to them. And that is a lot easier in your day-to-day life, usually. So you know that your kid really wants that unicorn that's popular right now. I don't know. I'm not hip on the kid toys right now. So you're like, I'll get you that unicorn, or I'll get you a sticker that will lead to getting to that unicorn if you do this thing. And I mean, that brings up like parenting strategies and all this, because some people say not to negotiate or barter with your kids and stuff like that. But if you were doing that, even if you weren't doing that, it's just like, okay, well, then you have to, the cost of not doing it, that's a part of the sale too, is you're going to go to timeout or you're going to get this thing taken away. That's also sales. So it's knowing those motivating factors. What would make the person in your life do the thing that you want, by focusing on what's important to them and then threatening to take away something that they really like in order to motivate them. It's just which ones work better.
Wonderful. And there is no other way, from what I hear, just practice it. We have to know the motivators and practice. Okay, today I'm gonna, in conversation with my boss or husband, I will practice what I think motivates them, but maybe it's not exactly the most important value for them. Yeah.
One thing I would definitely say is never talk about yourself in sales. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to do it for you. You need to figure out how it benefits them. So why they want to do it because it benefits them. Leave yourself completely out of it. And
I love it.
Ideally, you just sit and like think about it and have a strategy ahead of time. So usually, the people in your life and you can remember, I mean, you could probably ask them questions if you didn't about like what's really important to them. When you go to a restaurant, what do you really look for? Or like, what's your favorite kind of food? Or, you can do some intel, some research, and then use that information the next time you're trying to sell them on something like, why did you want to go to that party, but not that one, kind of thing. And then with yourself, that is a harder one because you need to know what makes you actually take action. A lot of times it's that you have a friend that's helping you be accountable for whatever you're doing, or you paid enough money that you're going to feel horrible if you don't do the thing.
Aleasha, you are a pro. You are a pro in sales, and it's so obvious for you. It's like breathing and air, yes? But for us, it's not that obvious. So it will be a simple question. Can we learn it, or it's gonna take me the entire life to learn?
Oh, you can absolutely learn it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanna admit that we have Matt and Isabella with us right now. Thank you guys so much. If you have a question, please ask Aleasha, because she's amazing and can help you right away. So
thank you.
My other question, we have a couple minutes left, is can we maybe bring a situation from your own life or your client's life where maybe two sales skills that changed their life in like a split of the second, like the one you told them to use?
Yeah.
And we can start using it as soon as we're done with our chat.
Well, so questions are really important. Being able to ask, the right questions that reveal what they want or need. So, like, what do you want to do this weekend? Why do you want to do that? Is it because you want to get active, or like, what did you have in mind? And then you can develop your pitch, so to speak, around something like that. And then also connecting it to the end result that they want. So, well, we should go for a hike because you said you want to feel more active, or whatever, like you connect everything to the end result that they want. And it's not about you. It is about the other person 100%. But I have a question, Beata. How did you sell yourself on moving here to the United States?
Moving to the United States, actually, my story, my motivator was bad experience, and I was trying to get away from these bad feelings or experience that happened to me. And it's not a secret. My long relationship, 11 years relationship, ended, and Poland was not enough for me to stay there, and because I was leaving it over and over, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was happy back in the United States one time, so maybe I will go there and take a break from my Polish life. And it's what brought me here. But what I brought me in to stay, well, it was, first of all, my husband, but after that, I love the opportunities that US is offering to everyone.
Yeah. So you sold yourself on a fresh start and a new opportunity. You knew that you wanted something different, and
Right.
there are pros and cons to the United States. There are totally cons, but you focused on the pros, knowing what was important to you when you sold yourself on staying.
I love it. I love that you brought this like live example, and I appreciate that. I have a question from Matt Curtis to you. I don't know if you know Matt, but he asked, how do you get around objections like too excessive, or I will think about it, or I need to speak to my partner, etc.? There's a couple questions in one.
Yeah. So let me think about it. I usually say, absolutely. Is it the time or the investment? Or I try to guess what is causing them to hesitate so that I can continue to have the conversation about what the real objection is and talk through it. And as far as like, let me talk to my partner, I suggest asking, okay, is this something that you really want? Do you really want it? If you do, I think it makes sense for you. But if you really want it, that's what's important. Okay, you do. Let's come up with a strategy to sell your partner on it. What's important to them? Like, should I get on the call with them? Like, do they care most about cost, or do they care most about, I don't know, how it's going to make you easier to be around? Or, let's put together the points that would sell them on it, instead of like leaving it just to the other person to do it.
Wow, that's amazing. Matt said, sorry, I mean too expensive. But yes, so can you relate to that question yet?
Too expensive is one that I like to uncover earlier in the call. So talking about what their budget is, or what they've spent on the past, or what their perception is about how much this thing costs, and that kind of thing. And if you talk about it ahead of time, instead of waiting for it to be this big, scary thing at the end of the conversation, then you already know what price range they're comfortable with, and they've already been prepped for it. So, I mean, and also it's an audience targeting issue. Hopefully you're only talking to people who can afford your services, and you're asking some questions ahead of time, because the truth is that it's just as frustrating for the other person. It's a waste of both of your time if the other person can't afford it. So you do want to make sure that you're targeting them correctly, and then discussing the budget long before you get to the end of the call.
Thank you so very much. I hope, Matt, you are satisfied with this wonderful responses. He is sending a heart, so I believe so.
Okay,
so
great.
Thank you so very much. And oh my God, it was just such a wisdom for free people. So Thank you again for being with us. And to summarize our conversation, Aleasha, basically we have to get clear on what we want in our conversations, what motivates, as you said. The questioning is important. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience before we finish?
Well, the only thing missing is to focus on the other person and the end result. Everything that you're explaining you should be mentioning it because it will get them the thing that they want.
Amazing. Matt said thank you. Thank you very much. And before we will go away, I want to let you know, everyone who's listening, that I will make it possible for you to follow Aleasha. So Aleasha, what is the easiest way to contact you, to follow you and get to know you more, and maybe get on the phone and get your wisdom one-to-one?
Yeah, so I do have a video on the 6 things you can do to immediately close more business. And it's at aleashabahr.com. And there are daily emails with just sales value in them, not selling anything. And also I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook. So you can get me there too.
That's amazing. Thank you so very much. And there is so much wisdom that you shared. Never talk about yourself to your prospect. It's not about you. I love it. And Matt has another question, but I believe you can answer that under the video, or you have still a couple of minutes.
I mean, I have a couple of minutes too.
Okay, so one more question from Matt. So since we are live, he is asking, would it be a good idea to put price on the web page? To do what? To put price on the website or page. So that is a tricky question. It depends on the price point, but I think it definitely can be. If you have like a video sales letter, that's also like a marketing question there. So, you know, the copy that's on the page when you mention the price. So a lot of times you just want to make it look like a ton of value for a lot less, because hopefully that is actually what you're doing. And then I would mention the price so that it looks like it's a steal. And nobody's going to get on the phone that's not happy to pay that, or at least considering it. Awesome. Thank you so very much. And again, I'm going to post under the video how to reach out to Aleasha. And Matt, maybe you would like to reach out and have a conversation with her. And because I believe she needs also more details about your business. So, yeah. But I think she just revealed so much. Anyway, Aleasha, thank you so very much. Have a wonderful day. It was a pleasure to have you as a guest, and I hope to have you again. It was an honor to be on. Thank you so much, Beata. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone. If you want to find out more about Aleasha, again, I will post the link how to find her. If you want to find out more about me, you can go to my website, beatalifecoaching.com, or you can find me also on Facebook. Please share about meaningful conversations. Come back next Tuesday at noon and have a meaningful life. Thank you so very much, everyone. Wonderful day. Thank you. Bye. Bye.